Okay, in this video, let's look at something called anonymous functions in Clojure. So, okay, let me just put a file, right? So, name it as anonymous function. Okay, that's good. That's good. And now, okay, before that, let me just try to explain something, right? So, what do you actually mean by define? Right? So it actually means define. Okay, so define means you can give some variable and you can just assign something to it, right? So that's the thing. And okay, so and it also means like define a function. So let me just do that over here, right? So define, I just want to define a function called print something. So, okay, now, okay, this is just def. And now I need to, rather than assigning a value to it, so I'm assigning a function to it. So, how to create a function in Clojure? Okay, so like you can create a function without a name like this one, fn, right? And then let me just take a string over here and that's it. And then let me just print that string. Okay, println string. Okay, so that's the thing. That's the thing. So as simple as that. Okay, that is define function, or you can just write define print something, and you can just avoid this function and just put this, and you can get away. Right? Both are same, right? So that's the thing. So now you just have print something. Okay, so and over here I can just give like okay, like let me make my pointer bigger so you people can see it. Right. Okay, I think this big is good. Right. Okay. So now I can just give like okay, like print something, then hello world. Right. So I can just give that, and that's it. I don't know why this you are getting the semicolon every time when I just call println. So I really don't know like what happened to my Calva. I don't know. So it shouldn't. It should be like this. Okay. So like that's the thing, right? So this is what anonymous function is. This is actually a function that has no name. But the thing is, like, we are what to say, uh, defining it and assigning a name for it over here. So that's anonymous functions in Clojure, right? So I don't want to stop over here. So I just want to say, like, okay, like, what's the use of it, right? So now let's go with functions returning functions. So now you'll just see the real power of Clojure over here, right? So that's the thing, right? So yeah, I just forgot to say one thing. Yeah, this is very same as okay, putting something like this, but this I don't want to execute and show to you people because you people know, right? So that's the thing, right? So uh, this and this are same, but then you'll ask, okay, what's the use of this? Okay, defining as anonymous function. So that is a function without name. I'll just tell you, right? So it is very powerful stuff. So now let me just put something like functions returning function. Let me just copy this, right? So okay, let me copy it or like let me just write it on my own, right? So that'll look more natural, right? Okay, right. Okay, so this is the right. So okay, so okay, functions returning function. So let me have a function called multiplier, right? So now I just have a thing called number over here, right? So this function, okay, I'll just write it. Okay, so this one, all it does is returns a function, right? And what this function does is, okay, like it just takes a value, right? And it just, what to say, like multiplies this value with the number, right? So hopefully I'm just writing it. Okay. And okay, so that's the thing, right? So okay, I'll just rename this as, okay, like multiply with a number. So I'll just rename this as multiply with, and over here I'll just put number. So over here it becomes number, and then multiply with also here, right? So this just returns a function. So now what I can just do is, okay, so I can just define, okay, like a variable called double it. Okay, so and then what I can just do is like multiplier and then 2. So what this essentially does is, okay, it just takes this multiply with and it just substitutes over here and just returns this function. So double it what happens is like, okay, double it in theory, what happens is like it becomes like this, okay, like, okay, let's leave out this function. Let's just take this number. So number is here, right? And then you'll just have this star number and multiply with is 2. So this what happens to double it, in fact, right? Okay, so theoretically you're just making functions write functions, right? So this what happens to double it. Okay, so let me just execute it. Oops, I need to execute this first. Okay, so yeah, and then double it, right? Now let me just uh do the closure magic. Double it. Okay, 4, and I just get 8. So now you can just write whatever you want, right? So def triple it, and then multiplier, and then oops, I need to put brackets over here, then 3 and all those stuff. Okay, so now I can just put triple it. Okay, I didn't. Okay, let me just. Yeah, I think this has been loaded into Clojure. Yeah, I think it's been loaded into the Ripple. Yeah, triple it, and then let me just give 3, and it's 9, right? So what happens is, yeah, every time you just, oh, this thing is very, very powerful thing. So this just returns a function. This just, imagine like it just writes a function and just returns it, and you're just assigning it to a variable over here. So now just imagine like you can just write functions by calling a function. So that's how powerful Clojure is, and of course it's there in even other languages and all those things. But yeah, this is how this is the power of what to say, anonymous functions and functions being able to return a function. So that's the thing. Uh, anyway, that's it for this video. Till we meet in the next video. Bye.